Welcome back to Two and a Half Gamers. This is Mig, and you need to grab your flashlight, your torches, your lanterns, because this is a review for The Darkness 2.
Give it to us!
You want it? Come and get it.
And to begin this voyage into the darkness, we'll look at the graphics. And the graphics themselves aren't too much to gaw about, but they are very pretty. They go perfect with what the game is trying to deliver to you, and it's a great story, very comic-y, like a comic book. The Darkness 2 is very well lit, if you ask me. It works perfect with what they're trying to take you into, the world they're trying to bring to you. This little Scarface meets the devil or something. It's very cool. So overall, for the style they're trying to deliver and the quality of the style, I give it a 8 graphically. Graphically, I will give that an 8. And now we turn to the gameplay portion of the game itself. It's an upgrade from Part 1, I'll say. I mean, it's amazing how far it's come from Part 1. Part 1, you had a little trouble. It's a little laggy. Part 2 is smooth. It's just smooth rolling the whole way through. And you have yourself... You can quadruple wield in this game. That's what's interesting. You have 2 tentacles and 2 guns. And you're just shooting them up. You're grabbing them. You're tossing them. You're throwing shit at people. Cutting them in half. It's quite a beautiful game to play if you like just gore. The game, and then the game throws itself all over the place with blood, and there's hardly any glitches that I can't even mention any actually that I came across. And the only bad thing I can think about right now is the bosses. The bosses they weren't bosses. They're just this one guy who you had to shoot 1 billion times to kill. And I mean, yeah, it went well with the story, but it just wasn't a boss battle for the ages. So I could have gone with better boss battles. So overall gameplay with the crappy bosses, the over the top, I'm gonna grab and kill you, but I'm gonna cut you in half with this car door first attempt, I give it a solid 8 as well. 8.5. It's very cool. It's very different from your FPS that you have everywhere, and it's a fun game to play. And as for the story in the darkness, it's a really good story. I didn't expect this personally. I mean, it seemed like a C game, and the story itself is actually quite gripping. It holds you. It's about Jackie Estacado and his mob life with... He took over since Part 1, right? So he's a mob boss. But then they tried killing him. So they're like, oh snap, they're trying to kill me. And they almost do. And since you had been holding the darkness inside of you from coming out, you have to release it, otherwise you die. And that's how it all starts. And it's very cool. Like, it just gets better and better from there. I mean, it's what you expect from a really good movie. If Al Pacino and Scarface and the dude from Spawn had like a baby, and they had to make a movie about that baby and him kicking ass, that's what you'd have. And it's pretty cool. For the story, I give it an 8. It wraps the whole package very well, and it's a game you should play. Check it out. It's as a side game if you want. It's pretty cool. Now for the game as a whole, I give it a 8.5. It's a very good game. It holds you from the beginning. Great opening. The gameplay itself works perfect with the story, and it's a great game. Everybody should check it out. Darkness 2 has been Mig. This is 2.5 Gamers. Boom.